everybody, it's Tony again. In case you haven't noticed, I changed my name of my channel to Keto Tony. Since I'm going to be doing keto, I am going to gear my channel towards more of a keto. Now this is my second time attempting keto, and I feel like I've got it dialed in now. Now we're going to go over my measurements, my weigh-in. This is the 1 month mark. 1 month. I can't believe it went by so fast. So this is going to be, I'm looking down at my paper just in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. Tips for your keto journey. If you're on the keto journey, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Now, there's a lot of people watching my channel, but not everyone's subscribing. I'm not sure if there's some kind of just, where you're just not subscribing and you don't like my channel or whatever, but you're watching now, so please, please subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel to at least 1,000 subscribers, and I would love to have you. Also, join my Facebook group. It's called Keto Tony. And it's over on Facebook, and we have a lot of great people over there that give tips. They share their recipes. I do Facebook lives over there for recipes. So go on over there and join. We'll get you in. Okay. So the first tip is, and then this is like banging into the door. Research, and this is so important before you start your keto journey, is to research. Just the basics is going to help you so much, is doing the research on why you're eating, what you're eating, like your carb count. Do your Fitness Pal, do your there's plenty of apps out there, Carb Manager, that keeps track of your macros, especially in the beginning, is very, very important, because like myself, this is my 4th week in. This week I haven't lost anything, so I'm not stressing over that, because I know from my second time doing keto is that I know that this point right now is very important for me, and everybody else, because this is about the point when everybody quits keto. They say, oh, it's not working for me, I'm stalled, and all that. And this is the point when it's so wonderful. It's because this is the point where you say, okay, now we have to reevaluate what I'm doing here. Am I counting my macros? Am I eating too much of a portion size? Am I eating too many calories? What is going on here? So I just, from my experience of doing this again and succeeding, I've lost 10.6 pounds in 1 month. And I know that's not a lot, but I was super insulin resistant. So resistant that for years I stayed at the same weight. So that was where I was, you know. So anyway, but you got to ask yourself, why am I stuck at my 208 that I'm at now? Now, take in mind, I started at, well, back in May I was 232.6, but at my highest point, my highest weight was 242, which is, you know what, I'm not embarrassed about saying that number, because that was me then, but this is me now. So I'm not embarrassed about saying that number, because I'm going to get to my goal weight, and it's not all about the number, you know, it's all about, also, very important, and I have this written down, since December 30th, when I first measured myself, I have lost 11.5 pounds overall. Or I'm sorry, 11 and a half inches overall. So if you're at that stall, you feel like you're stalling on keto, make sure when you start, measure yourself, because then you can get your results later and see that you are still losing inches, you're just not losing the actual weight. And that's with keto, it's completely different than the normal weight diet. This is a part of the reason why I wanted to give you guys a 1 month update, is because before, when I first started this back in May of 19, I did feel like I was stalling at a month, and I did quit. All right, took a break from it a little bit because I thought, what am I doing wrong? And I know that a lot of people out there, a couple of people asked that, okay, so I lost the first week and the second week, but why am I stalling? Or I shouldn't call it stalling. Why has the weight stopped coming off? First of all, don't focus so much on the number or the scale. Actually, the first couple of months, I've said this before, put that scale away, take it to your friend's house, get it out of sight. Do not weigh yourself. I mean, you can weigh yourself like the first week and see if you're on track. And if you feel like you're on track and you're doing your macros and all that, give that first month a chance. Trust the process. Give that first month a chance. Give yourself a chance, because if you don't, then you're gonna quit. And so many people do that. I've seen it posted so many times that people are frustrated and disappointed in the diet and all that, and disappointed in themselves. Please don't do that. Trust the process and trust that you can actually do this. You can do this, I promise you. Number 2 is switching from carbs to burning fat is not easy. Using fat as an energy is not easy. This whole process, I'm not going to lie, it's well worth it, but don't get frustrated. I promise you it's going to work. I promise you. So next week when I weigh in, when I do this on Sunday, I'm going to weigh in, and I bet you I'm down. I bet you I'm down. Because I am putting intermittent fasting. I do the 16-8, is meaning I fast 16 hours. And then my window of eating is 8 hours. Yes, 8 hours. So, or I'm sorry, 6 hours. I fast 18 hours, and then I eat in a 6-hour window. So I eat lunch, and then my first meal is around noon, and then I eat again around 6, and I shut it down. So, and I'm not saying when you first begin that you can't have a snack in between all that. You can. It's just, it's frustrating when people say, oh, you shut it down, you shut it down. You know what I mean? But you have to get in that frame of mind to do that, to make this work. Number 3, be prepared. Do not, and I can't stress this enough, do not go out and buy $1,000 worth of groceries and then bring it home and just look at it and wonder what you're supposed to do with it. Keep it simple. Very simple. In the beginning especially. And then you can work in your recipes. Don't become this chef, in the beginning. Keep it very simple. And what I'll do is I will put a shopping list of what I shop every week. For this whole month, I did pretty much the same thing every week. And I will put that list down below for you guys. Can follow it. Now, take in mind, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse or anything like this. This is just my journey, and the way I am following it, and the way it's working for me. So, talk to your doctor and everything and all that. I got to put that disclosure in there. Now, also remember, take pictures. take video if you have to. Because some people, like myself, I'm pretty outgoing already, but like when I was in my like 240s, I was very timid, pretty like careful, like people pleaser, you know, and all that. And that's just not me. The real me, is not a people pleaser. I'm a go-getter. I'm a person that likes to be, you know, kind of a leadership position type thing, you know, but back then it was about like my whole confidence and everything was just so much lower. And I would even look at myself in the mirror and just say, who are you? You know what I mean? Who are you? Anyway, and I need you guys as a support system. Get yourself a support system if it's your family, your kids that cheer you on, or anything like that. I'm using you guys as a support system because in this area I don't have like many friends. I have a couple of good friends that support me and they're right behind me and 100%, which I'm so thankful for that. But I would like to hear from you guys and what you're going through and your journey and all that. I love those stories of success and I love the challenges and to know what you guys are going through. So you're my support system, okay? So don't forget to subscribe and go over to that Facebook page and go ahead and get in that group because it's such a great group of people. Also, okay, this is number 4 or 5. Doesn't matter. We're just doing tips here, right? Get a food scale and then also get your app on your computer or your phone. Carb Manager, Fitness Pal. I use Fitness Pal to track. And I don't track every day because I've been doing it for a month, so I pretty much know. Because you'll get to the point where you know how many macros you're eating. If you're eating the same thing like I am every day, or pretty much I am every other day, you know what your macros are. But in the beginning, please, I cannot stress that enough, to get yourself a food scale and all that, and then your apps to track it, because you can still overeat on keto for sure, absolutely. And then you got to ask yourself, are you getting too many calories? Like I had to ask myself that this morning. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much eating the same thing every day, but am I becoming fat adapted? Do your research on the fat adapted. Boy, the sun just came blaring out. When you become fat adapted, that's when you really, the process of getting there, to become fat adapted is so, it's like, it could be an emotional, it could be, you know, where it takes you, it derails you, and all that. So let that first month kind of sink in. Don't stress. Try not to stress emotionally or mentally or anything over this diet. Just trust the process. I get a shirt. Trust the process. Because it's not a quick fix. Also, I am what you would call an emotional eater, a boredom eater, someone that does it without knowing it. I eat without knowing why I'm eating. That may not make perfect sense, but it will. When I feel like I need to cheat, you know, on a meal or keto or on any kind of, you know, emotional thing that's going on in my life, I think, okay, why am I wanting that? Why am I doing this? So it's mentally, you have to go in and say, okay, I need to work on my mental part of my journey as well, along with my eating. I want to go into that a little bit about the emotional eating. Manage your emotions. Like, it's okay to be sad, happy, whatever it may be. There's a mental challenge in all of this. It's okay to get mad at yourself for being 242 pounds like myself. It's okay. But don't hold on to that. Let that go. It's a mental challenge. Go for a walk. If you're at work, it's stressful. Just say, I gotta go outside for a minute. And just get away. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay. Promise you. And lastly, stop the talk with, get the outside noise out. As you know, there's probably people out there that don't either like keto or doesn't think it's going to work, or it's dangerous, or it's this or it's that. The outside noise, let it go. Let it go. No matter if you sit there, I've learned this, no matter if you sit there and debate the reason why you think that keto is wonderful and how it's worked for you, some of those people are just not going to let any of that information in. They're just going to keep, it's like a wall for some reason with keto. I don't know what it is, but just, you do you. You do your own thing. It's your journey, not theirs. It's your journey. So that's it. Please share this video. Please subscribe. Go over to my Facebook page, and I'm going to do a live video on like one of my meals for this week over at Facebook. So make sure you're over there to see that, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to you later.